Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the very first video in my Master Machine Hunting series for Forbidden West. Many of you originally found my channel because of my Master Machine Hunting series for Horizon Zero Dawn, and I'm definitely working on the same types of like full polished videos for all the tough machines here in Forbidden West, but this one's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be kind of unpolished, just kind of a quick and dirty guide on how to address specifically the very first Tremortusk that you run into. So this is your fair warning now. If you haven't gotten to this point in the storyline, like if you're not near Stonecrest or anything, then you should leave. But if you're here, then I'm guessing you're having trouble with the Tremortusk. So let's just go over the gear really quick first, and then we'll show you how to fight the Tremortusk, okay? So my outfit is the Nora Sentinel outfit. This is a great mid-game outfit and gives you some nice skill boosts as well. I have it upgraded to level 3 here on this save file. Weapons, we're just going to use 3 of them. So I have the Sun Touched Hunter Bow, which you can get in Scalding Spear. And this is great because it gives us access. For this fight, we basically just need it for the regular arrows and the equivalent of what hardpoint arrows were in Zero Dawn, just stronger hunter arrows, basically. The next one is the Cleaving Sharpshot Bow. This is actually given to you earlier in the main storyline, not long before you get to this Tremortusk. And that we're going to use for the precision arrows, as well as the Terror Blast arrows. They're not called Terror Blast arrows anymore, but that's basically what they are. We're definitely going to want to use those on the Tremortusk. And then I'm using the Frost Hunter Bow specifically to apply freeze to the Tremortusk, okay? If you want to know more about this gear and this loadout, I'm going to have a video coming out soon about like what I think is the optimal mid-game build, the mid-game like gear, weapons, and outfit and everything. So just keep an eye out for that, but I just basically wanted to show you here that I'm not using like all the best weapons in the game, right? All right, let's take a look at skills really quick. The first one that I think you definitely need for this is Brace Shot. So if you haven't played with this, this is a weapon technique that gives you a really strong explosive shot from your Sharpshot Bow, and it deals a ton of damage, so it's a really good opener for any, even small machines, but definitely big machines. And then the other one that I think is really important is Triple Notch. So that lets you load 3 arrows at a time on any hunter bow, which we have 2 hunter bows that we're using here, so that's going to be really important. Valor Surges, I am going to use the Critical Boost one. You don't necessarily have to use a Valor Surge. The Critical Boost one is a great all-around Valor Surge, and it would be good to use even if you only have like level 1 unlocked. An alternative would be Power Shot's Valor Surge, which is a little bit more advanced that you would unlock later. That's a good one too, but we'll use Critical Boost here. And then I'll just show you real quick that my difficulty level is on very hard. So obviously if you're on an easier difficulty level, then you'll have an easier time. All right, let's go take a look at the Tremortusk. Okay, so here's the Tremortusk. Just a couple of quick things to note before we go for him. There is a Ravager cannon over here behind this rock if you want to use it. I'm not going to use it, but if you get an opportunity to, you can go ahead. Actually, let's take this guy out real quick. Since they're giving us an opportunity, why not? And then there's some freeze bellowbacks like this one around the site that you can blow up to apply freeze. There's also these freeze canisters that you can use for that, or freeze drums if you want to. I'm not going to do that either. I'm just going to use our own weapons, but what we do want to do is scan him first. And there's some components I want to highlight. So I don't care about the ammo drum very much. The salvo cannons I do. Those are like the rocket launchers on its side, and if you've been trying to beat this guy, then you know that those things deal a ton of damage. So we want to highlight those to keep an eye on them. Don't really care about the heatsink too much. Highlight the plasma cannons because they're near the eyes, so that's a good target for just hitting to deal damage. Don't really care about the processing capsule. This is telling it's weak to freeze. The tusks I do want to highlight because they're a key upgrade resource, so we're going to need that at some point to upgrade a weapon or armor of some sort. So if we can knock off at least one of those, that would be awesome. Don't care about the Hut Support Beam or the Amplifying Sack or the Sparker, but I do care about the Blaze Sack. That's going to be our first target. We're going to try and blow that up with a Brace Shot, basically, to open here. So what I want to do first, though, is I want to preload 3 freeze arrows. Also preload 3 of these Advanced Hunter arrows. And then we'll switch over to our precision arrow. I also want to switch over to my potions down here in the bottom left, just in case we need them. And before I launch off this Brace Shot, I'm going to trigger my Critical Boost Valor Surge so that it does even more damage. And then I'm going to go ahead and aim for that belly, blow it up, And then immediately he's burning, but the burning state doesn't do a whole lot of damage to the Tremortusk. So we're just gonna freeze him as fast as we can. Actually, we managed to deal enough damage that we knocked him over, which is awesome. So this is gonna be nice and easy. Freeze him. Now when he's frozen, I want to take these Terror Blast arrows and land a couple on his tusk, the same tusk. So remember, I'm trying to rip one of those off. 2 should be enough on normal difficulty, but it's going to take 3. Missed that one. Not sure if we're going to get a clear shot here. There we go. So there, we ripped off a tusk. So now I'm just going to focus on basically dealing damage, aiming for these plasma cannons while he's frozen. He's unfrozen now. Craft some more freeze arrows. And go back to freezing him. And while I'm doing this, guys, I'm keeping an eye on these cannons on the side here. You see how it's glowing there? That means he's going to launch a rocket. So you actually kind of want to stay in front of him so you don't give these cannons too much of a direct shot at you. And this shockwave, you can either hide behind a rock for that, or you can dive straight through it is the best thing to do. But we're going to keep freezing him here. And then when he's frozen, I'm keeping an eye on my weapon stamina so we can launch off another brace shot now. So I'll do that. That did 551 damage. That's awesome. And then I'll just go back to these hunter arrows. I think we got unlucky there with the canisters got blown up on us, basically. Give ourselves some distance. So we need to go back to freezing him now. And you can just pretty much ignore these rebels. Katala will kind of distract them for you. Need some more freeze arrows. As long as you're moving around enough, the rebels won't bother you too much. We want to get this guy frozen. And keep an eye again on those cannons on the side. If they start glowing, then you want to get ready to dodge, because he's going to shoot a rocket at you. I'll do another brace shot here. That did a nice chunk of damage. And we'll go back to the hunter arrows. Oh, he's getting us with the plasma cannons. There's that shot from the side. If you want to, you can hit those with a Terror Blast. A couple Terror Blast arrows nearby them will knock them off. Oh, he got us with the plasma again. So we need to freeze him again. Not quite sure what that was. Maybe a rocket? I don't know. Get him frozen. Need to craft some arrows. There we go. And I'm actually gonna... don't have enough weapon stamina for another brace shot, so we'll just go ahead and hit these cannons. Anywhere where he's frozen will deal a decent amount of damage. Okay, he's almost dead. I think we can finish him off with a nice brace shot here. There we go. Alright, so the key is really managing your weapon types, freezing him, hitting those weak components, and then you just got to deal with these guys afterwards, of course. But that's how you take care of that first Tremortusk. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video.